All right, you have made it to the second video. 7 principles of eating into it. Thank you for clicking. Thank you for being here. What is this? What are we doing? So, say these 7 foundational concepts to the eating into it method are what you're about to learn. So, stick with this video. Going to take about 7 to 8 minutes here. And what eating into it really is a guide to our highest elevation as an eater and consequently as a human. So, the things that you'll see that eating intuitively, listening to our bodies, and the work that we're doing around this, around who you are as an eater, has to do with so much more than simply food. So, what is eating into it? Well, first of all, it is this integrative method of transforming our relationship with food, diet, and health in order to thrive, find peace, and ultimately keep advancing to the highest version of ourselves on this planet. The eating into it method combines the inner, spiritual, emotional, transformational work and the outer. It does incorporate exercise, food, sleep, etc., all of these modalities, while most diets only focus on the outer. Eat this, don't eat that, exercise, calories in, calories out. It's qualitative, quantitative, and does not look at this other side. So, this is the reason that 99% of what's happening with the diet industry right now is not working long term. It is not working. 99% of it is not working longer, up to a year or less. People gain back the weight and they're right back where they started. The 1% are doing things like this. So, first principle. All right, eat 'em. That stands for the eating into it method. Principle number 1, reveal. Self-discovery, right? In order to get where you want to go, you got to know where you're starting, where you're at. What are your challenges? I like to say the issue is never the issue, and the symptom is not the problem. So here's an example. Say you're fatigued, right? So you're fatigued, you're tired, all of a sudden didn't used to be this way. This is not normal. The normal state of the human body is health. So this fatigue, it may be rooted in unspoken communication with someone, right? It's literally weighing you down, making you heavy, making you tired. Digestion issues may be rooted in worrying about money all the time. Weight gain might be rooted in stress, self beat up, not loving yourself, not loving your body. It causes this cycle of that ends up causing the weight gain. So, whatever life event, whatever things are going on with you, it is all connected to your body. Okay. So, what's your next question? Okay. So, I obviously, if I knew what was up, I would have fixed it by now. So, what does this self discovery process look like? So, some things that are great for self discovery are journaling, seeing a professional, a therapist, a coach, whatever that looks like. They're going to be able to kind of ask the questions, dig a little deeper, see what's underneath the symptoms. Workbooks, workshops, experimentation, and I will be providing as much of these things and templates and exercises for you as possible so that you can really dig into this first step. All right, eat-in principle number 2. This, you guys, this, relax. This step is the meat and potatoes of this whole theory, this whole method, pun intended with the meat and potatoes. So, what I mean by that is every other principle can be brought back to relaxation. So, here's what's going on in our bodies, especially in today's world, right? There's the science behind it, a physiology behind it in our bodies being in stress response versus relaxation response. Stress response, yes, it's good. It's there for survival. It's there for a reason. It happens in our body way back in the day when we were getting chased by tigers and lions for survival. What happens? Blood shoots to the extremities, away from the digestive system. Our adrenaline goes up, our blood pressure raises, our cortisol levels increase, our blood sugar increases. So great, that's helping me survive. Versus relaxation response, that's the state our body needs to be in to assimilate our nutrients, to be in high calorie burning capacity, to be in the most effective metabolism that we have, to regulate our blood sugar levels, to release tension, lower cortisol, lower the blood pressure, to have blood go to our digestive system so we can digest our food. We need to be in relaxation response for that to happen. And these days, the body does not know the difference for us of being chased by a tiger and rushing to work and being stressed out in your relationship and being stuck in traffic and not being happy at your job. All of these things create stress in the body, and they create a low level chronic stress that leads to weight gain, that leads to not being able to assimilate nutrients, leads to fatigue. It all really makes sense, right? This can come from relationship, environment, unreleased emotion can cause stress in the body, unreleased purpose, unacknowledged desires, speed itself, eating too fast, working fast, going on the run, blah, blah, blah. I know, right? Stressed out just thinking about it. So, on your own, I can have you guys watch this video. It's 3 minutes and does a much more entertaining, succinct job of explaining the fight or flight system and what happens in the body when we're in stress versus relaxation, and how it is affecting our digestion, our weight, and our physiology in today's world. For right now, we are going to move on. So just taking a little look at the relaxation response. As I said, you can kind of see that nice duality here that yes, the stress response is there for a reason. It is for our survival. We do need to harness it even nowadays in times in our life. It's there for a reason, and we're glad we have it, right? But we don't want to be in it all the time. So relaxation response reduces the heart rate, glucose reduces glucose in the bloodstream, reduces muscle tension, all of these things that we are not in enough. Okay, so here we are to save the day. Eat 'em. Principle number 3, restore, right? So this is about being present with your emotions, good and bad, to say. So instead of, however, in our society in general, sometimes we can skip over emotion, or, hey, you can't cry at work, no crying in baseball, whatever the sayings are that you have heard. But in reality, taking with emotions, taking the good and the bad together may detoxify the bad experiences, allowing you to make meaning out of them in a way that supports psychological well being. I love this quote. I love it. And it's to say, oh, well, sadness is bad, anger is bad, resentment is bad. It's no, skipping over those is bad, because the anger is still there. The sadness is still there. If it's just bottled up, never released, never acknowledged, never talked about, expressed from, I want to say, from a responsible way, meaning it's kind of like emotional intelligence. So you get to notice it about yourself. Wow, I'm sad right now. What is that about? Like, maybe you just need to cry. You ever notice that you feel better after crying? There's a reason for that. And then the deeper side of this, so where it says allowing us to make meaning out of them in a way that supports psychological well-being. So these challenges or emotions, or would be considered negative emotions coming at us, are our teachers, right? They're always bringing us to the breakthrough of what's on the other side. I like to say emotions are like waves. They come, they're meant to be experienced, and then they go, right? They're not lasting, shouldn't be lasting. So this quote actually comes from researchers, reported this in a study facilitated by psychologist Jonathan M. Adler, and also professor of marketing at New York University, Hal E. Hirschfield, right? So emotions, important to acknowledge them. All right, moving right along. Redefine. Item principle number 4. Redefine health. All right, health, relationship with body. What do I mean by redefine? Well, we can start by, take a second and think about it. What is your definition of healthy? Do the images on the magazine pop up at you? Does you start comparing yourself to someone, quote unquote, more healthy than you, or what you consider has been your healthiest in the past? Is it physical? Is it mental? There's so many places we can go with this. Some actually definitions now in the dictionary are what is, health or being healthy, being free from ailment or disease, vitality, soundness of body or mind, vigor, strength, being prosperous, fitness, nourishing, nutritious, right? So while all of these are good and fine, I think it still leaves narrow. So I want to just tell quickly, so you guys know, if I haven't mentioned it yet, most of my training is from the Institute for the Psychology of Eating, Mark David. And he told this story once of he went to a hospital and visited this older woman who was dying of bone cancer. People lined up outside to speak to this woman, to visit her basically on her deathbed. And everyone's all sad. And he goes in the room and he was like, he knew he was about to walk into physically this body that she could turn over and a bone would break. And, not what we would describe as healthy. And then he saw her face and he experienced her aura. And he said she was just glowing. And so he noticed that. He sat down. She proceeded to tell him everything about himself, really see him, really actually bring joy to him in this very spiritual, uplifting experience that could not be explained by our definition of, oh, well, that's healthy, that's not healthy. And he said he left the room elated and feeling the most healthy that he's ever felt his entire life. And that he would describe her as the healthiest that she has probably ever been in her whole life. So it's the narrow definition of health. It's that, again, looking at just the outer a lot of times of what's healthy, being free of, so this first part, being free of ailment or disease, might not always, we get to take a look at that. Might not always mean that someone is not overall healthy. So I know that really flips the script, but that's what we're doing here. So, as a new definition of healthy, I like to say that it's being an individualized, dynamic, ebb and flow relationship between physical, mental, and spiritual well being. So, the ebb and flow means that, one of these might be peaking while the other one is dipping, and maybe they're all working together, but it's a relationship between all of these. And that word individualized. It's different for all of us. Someone might be overweight and be healthy. Someone might be super skinny and mentally unhealthy, okay? And not happy and hate their life. So this a narrow definition is not serving us anymore. Okay, I'm done with my rant with that. All right. Oh my gosh, we're already on principle number 5. This is amazing. You guys are doing great. So principle number 5, reacquaint. All right. So once we've kind of redefined this thing of health and looked at how have I been looking at it, it's now reacquainting myself with who I am. I am whole. You are whole. We are all whole and complete all the time. Reacquainting with our inner child. What brought you love when you were little? Are you doing that now? What brought you happiness and joy? Are you doing that now? So important. We can't love anyone more than we love ourselves. And simply put, here's a big one: hating ourselves and our bodies creates stress response. What? Imagine that. We all know what that does now. Hating yourself makes you the enemy. And if you're the enemy, just like the lion is supposed to be the enemy, you're creating stress response and stress physiology in your body. And we know what that does. That itself leads to weight gain, leads to unhappiness, leads to depression. So this comes also from a great blog post. There's this called the 7-step prescription for self-love. So I encourage you guys to check that out. That is your to-do step around self-love. Little baby steps. It's so great, so well written, all about a little prescription for self-love and what that would look like for you in your journey. All right, eat 'em. Principle number 6. Relationship. We all have them. We all want them. We all need them. But they get tough. They get tough. All right, I did a workshop a while ago. That's why you see the VACT there. We'll go into what that means because it doesn't mean anything probably to you right now. But relationship, super important. It is far and away connected to and part of your work around eating, diet, well-being, and health, healing that. So I like this little cartoon. I think you're using the lawnmower repair to avoid intimacy. Pretty funny. And then here I have, so VACT, for me, what I kind of labeled as the recipe, the ingredients to intimacy are V, vulnerability, being open with your fears, with your feelings, just cracking open your heart and being vulnerable. Hey, I'm scared of this. I don't like this. I, this is me. This is all of me. I have no mask on. A, authenticity. This is in any given moment holding your truth, right? Not listening to what anyone else has to say, not being a people pleaser. It's authentic. Nope, not going to do that right now. It doesn't hold true for me. Yes, this is my highest purpose. I am going this direction. I am authentic, right? Authentic with your feelings. C, connection, right? And this actually incorporates physical connection, actually that sensual connection that we crave and need as humans, and also just being with people, calling someone, telling someone you're thinking about them, staying connected, showing up in life for other people, with other people. And lastly, trust. Trusting yourself and trusting others. There's no way to create intimacy or an amazing relationship without trust. And in fact, this one is last for a reason because it can often be when that gets broken, everything else goes away as well, and nothing feels the same. And it can be one of the hardest to give automatically and right away, to give someone your trust. So, very important: intimacy, relationship, all connected to who you are and your happiness and well being. All right, you guys, great job. We're almost there. So, working on all of these things, we're now at eating principle number 7: rhythm. So this is, again, that integrated approach. It has to do with the fact that there's actually a physiological, biological rhythm of your body, meaning like our metabolism is raising in the morning, it's highest in the middle of the day. So eat that big meal in the middle of the day. It slows down at night. So if you're eating at night, it's that's our very logical reason of, hey, there might be weight gain there. So there's a rhythm to the day of eating. But what I'm going further with this rhythm is that mind body intuition. What's your life events right now? What are your challenges? Are you in a high? You just got a new job. Everything's great. You're in a new relationship. Everything is la di da. Your body wisdom, right? You're feeling tense right now. You're feeling like you need to relax. You haven't taken any time off. being wise about that. Oh, when I eat this, I feel like this. I'm really listening to my body, and also finding the balance. So what are some things that affect the rhythm of our body and how we're digesting, how things are happening? It can have to do with the seasons. It can definitely have to do with life events. It has to do with practicing all of these principles, right? If something else along the line is out of rhythm, out of balance, this step is just about going back through, keeping it all in, checking in with everything. And that it's a continued journey, right? It is always a practice. Love the word practice, 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 right? Beating ourselves up about not being perfect and not getting this method right. Why does that sound familiar, right? It's probably what you're already doing of not being perfect. I know I've done it. Trying to get it right all the time. No, relax. Relax. It's okay to be in the process, be in the journey. And it's, one step in front of the other. So now what do we like to do? Review, review. What do you like to do? Review, review. Sorry, former cheerleader, had to throw it in there. All right, so just going quickly over these last 7 principles. Reveal, self-discovery. That feeds into being sure we're relaxed, taking those actions to get out of stress response. Restore, checking in. Am I experiencing my emotions? Releasing my emotions. Redefining health. What does it mean to me? What does my healthy look like? Reacquaint. Self-love, body image, tons of practices we can do around this that literally will guide us there. It's just about committing to start and to be in the process of it. Relationship, intimacy, VACT, vulnerability, authenticity, connection, and trust with others. And lastly, rhythm. So all of the above feeding into your rhythm of life, your bio-circadian rhythm, your body wisdom, and hence then you will be in this process fully of intuitive eating. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I know it's a lot of information. Definitely we're going to go deeper on each one of these and check out everything else that is available on the site. For now, I will say so long, and I totally look forward to hearing about your guys' process. So comment, contact me. I want to support however I can. Thank you, and have fun eating into it.